So today we're going to talk about the major news in the market. We're going to go over some Bitcoin and cryptocurrency technical analysis. We're going to take a look at the dollar, NASDAQ, S&P 500. We'll check out our golds and our silvers here. My gold rocks are up $4. My silver rocks are up 18 cents or almost 1%. And what does that lead me to believe? Before I even look at the dollar, it's probably sliding. And unfortunately, my morning video didn't save. But I did draw some new boxes of peace and prosperity and death and despair. And so hopefully this one will go live and I won't have to remake the video. So jumping on, and again, welcome back to Bitcoin Advisor channel. My name is Chris Mitchell, bringing you this lovely cryptocurrency video right from Westlake Village, California. And I'm just gonna jump right into it and kind of pretend like, I don't have this live, but I do. So that way you guys can see what I'm looking at. So first off, NASDAQ opened the market. It was down, I think 300 points at one point. NASDAQ futures were down. And what I had kind of went over on the morning video was, look, we're getting this silver cross. And any kind of a closure on NASDAQ below 11,300 very likely comes back to the bottom side of the range, and you know, we'll see cryptocurrency cool off and pull back. Why? There are several drives of hidden bearish divergence coming back from this pivot right here. We got 1, 2, 3 lower highs in price and 1, 2, 3 higher highs in RSI. Okay, so if NASDAQ's coming down, which it has not confirmed, and I will confirm that with a closure below 11,300. That's a little more conservative take on that one. Now, what you're seeing is the Dow Jones is getting positive here. Dow futures up 23 here before the day closes. And what about the S&P? Also looking positive. Also notice, you know, Dow's leading the market, S&P's number 2, and NASDAQ is kind of following. And the news today, guys, the headline was, stocks slump on tech worries. Why are there tech worries? Well, if I was Bill Gates, I'd be worried. Have you seen that guy's face lately? He looks like he is a skeleton in the flesh, and there's flesh-eating monsters coming after that guy, so I'd be worried too. And overall, it looks like they're revising earnings down when it comes to the stock market for most of the tech companies. And it said Microsoft darkens the outlook for tech. And I'll just throw up Microsoft stock here really quick. The stock price on Microsoft. So I got a bunch of the tech: Amazon, Tesla, Microsoft, Nike. Kind of flat today, but overall there's Facebook, Microsoft. And you know, look at it on the daily. We've got a daily downtrend. Pretty significant daily downtrend, and you know, looks like a bit of a bullish engulfing candle here for the day. So it opened up down, and it looks like the bulls are throwing it back in the bears' faces to complete the day. The market will close in about an hour. So that's it for Microsoft. Don't have much on that one, but I will get back into why we're all here. And that is Mr. Bitcoin. And I do want to take a look at the dollar. As I mentioned, the dollar was probably sliding down, and we've been covering the dollar over the past couple of days. And this is the king of the market. Whatever the dollar does, dollar goes down, risk assets will go up. If the dollar goes up, risk assets will go down. Again, this isn't financial advice. I'm just telling you what I'm looking at. As you can see, this was the peak of the dollar here on the daily chart, coming in November 3rd, 2022. Let's see if that lines up with anything on the NASDAQ, putting in a top. So the top on the NASDAQ, January 2022, December. Oh, there's November. What do you know? Okay, so maybe not a perfect correlation. This was November 3rd, right here. No, October, yeah. Close enough is close enough. So anyways, almost a direct correlation. And what do you know also? Gold, as the dollar topped, gold bottomed right here. You know, what do you know? November 3rd, bottom on gold at 1625. And our thesis on gold, guys, look at this bullish engulfing candle. We've been saying, hey, as long as we're riding this 9 exponential, we're looking for up and to the right for Mr. Gold. My gold rocks are going to do great this year. My gold coins, right? By the way, so we're doing another giveaway, and I'm just going to announce the winner live for the silver proof. Why is this person going to win? My assistant. You know, everybody won pretty much. If you entered to win, Amber Pendleton, oh yeah, you won. And we got the address. Congratulations, Amber. She did not win a Trump $1,000 gold ticket. This is the $1,000 Trump Willy Wonka gold ticket. You will win a trip to Trump's cabin in Fort Lauderdale. No, I'm just kidding, guys. This is just fun. This is just funny. What you did win, if you entered to win, was a silver American Eagle proof. I don't know. I don't have one on my desk right. Oh, there it is. Silver proof, right? 2013. Amber, congratulations, you won. There is a link on how you could have won. Let's see who else won. I had one other person enter. All you had to do is, oh look, Nima Elliott. Look, check it out. You can show. All he had to do was add his address. Oh, we're not gonna put your address out there, but Nima, thanks for entering. You're gonna get your silver proof. Hope that didn't show up on TikTok. All right, so back on to gold and silver giveaways. That's not why we're here. We're here for some price action. And guys, I mean, this is gold on the weekly looking strong, heading to the top side of the range, and it looks like 1980 is going to get hit. And really, if we use the fib extension here, you can see the first target from the high to the low has already been breached. The second target is $2,065. That's lining up with the prior all-time highs on gold. And look, that was the 2011 high right here at 1918. So look, for you gold bugs out there, you had a hard year. You had a hard 10 years. And now you're getting your day in the sunshine. So congratulations if you held on. Or if you just got in the past 2 months, gold's up 19%, 20%. Silver's up 48%. And that's why they say silver follows gold, but with more gains, right? Silver's going to do whatever gold does, but more, right? And usually gold is the first mover. And that's why the classic trade is you buy gold, roll it up, or ride it up, and then you sell your gold and you buy silver and you ride it up even more. And that's what we've been doing with clients for years. So next target on silver is going to be the 2618 coming in at 2526. And I think there's probably more to go on that one. Because as you can see, very similarly, gold took out this pivot right there, which would have been in correlation with this pivot right here at 1870. Silver is probably going to take that pivot out. If I had to guess one thing, this year it'd probably be silver, $28. All right, gold, silver stocks, dollar. That's what we were kind of harping on here on the daily time frame, and we are waiting for a daily closure above or below this wick. And this Wyckoff accumulation box, whatever you want to call it, descending triangle, flying bee, bat, storming, whatever triangle you want to call it. All I can say is, based on the 6-month time frame, our bias is for the dollar to come down a bit more. And this is a slow moving, signal here, but looks like a bit of a blow off top. And hey, as long as we're making higher lows on the 6-month time frame, and that's anywhere really, as long as, and this is going to be over the next year or so, but that's the 618 coming in at 95.62. And as long as we put in a higher low somewhere right there, macro bullish on the dollar. Why am I macro bullish on the dollar? Well, it's the strongest currency in the world. And for the people that think that the dollar's going to die tomorrow, it's just not there yet. It's not happening. We have 10,000 nukes back in our currency. And what else do we have? We have these things. They're called bonds, U.S. Treasury bonds that are paying Well, the 2 years getting 4 3/10. The 10 year 3 4/5, and the 30 year at 3.62. So, as long as these things are paying that kind of yield, I think that's going to do a lot better than putting your money in. By the way, Bank of China today raised rates 25 basis points. So the terminal rate in China is 4.5%, which has provided a bit of a rally for the dollar today. Excuse me, a decline in the dollar's value today. 101.66. Is this the lowest price we've seen for the year? In fact, if we take out this low, it'll be the lowest price since May of 2022. But we have not taken out 101.227. So,
who wants to currently know if you're long or short on Bitcoin?
good question. And I do have some long positions in. And if you've been following our channel for a bit, we identified this. And that was the first higher low on the weekly time frame, which is the first key to the pieces of the puzzle for a macro reversal, which I will show you if I can get my outline up here. And you guys want to screen print this right here. Right here, it's boom. So there's 4 pieces of the pie on the portfolio on how to identify a macro low is in for Bitcoin. We have 3 out of 4 pieces of the pie. The last thing is the golden cross on the daily. We haven't got that. But the first thing was the higher low on the weekly time frame, which we identified way back here on this closure. So if you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, if you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, you are, and I captured that, and I'll move that down. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. You're going to get these kind of updates every day. And that's what we do, is daily analysis. And we've been saying, hey, look, the target on the dollar is 24 to 25,000 based off of a few things. All right, let me get my thoughts together as are. So, yeah, to answer your question, I do have some longs in right now. And here's my line in the sand right here at 22,300. Any kind of a daily closure back below there, which is this alert, which you can set an alert on TradingView by right-clicking. You right-click, and then you hit set alert, add alert right there. But we move that pivot up from 20,300 now at 22,300, and as long as we are trading above there, I'm expecting us to head up to the green box of peace and prosperity, or death and despair. At this point, I do think we are going to expect a slight pullback. Pullbacks can come all the way down to this box here, and as long as we are trading above this box, and more specifically call it 19,500 to 18,500, then I would expect more sideways and up from here based off of the 5-day volatility expansion play that we've been looking at for some time. And so how do I trade trend, momentum, and volatility? So as volatility expands, you're going to expect the price to go in the direction of the stochastic indicator. This is a momentum indicator. And one thing we know in Bitcoin land is when volatility gets extremely low, we are going to see some fireworks in Bitcoin. And that's, in fact, as volatility expanded, the average move on the 5-day time frame is 49%. 49%. And where would that take you? From the low to the next high, 49% takes you right up to that green box. Oh, it's 52%. So, and that's just an average. That can go up more. It can go up less. A good way to mediate this, in my opinion, is you look at some shorter term time frames. And here is what I am seeing right now. Volatility is beginning to just about to cross over. And what you'll see is when volatility begins to decline, you're going to expect the price to go in the opposite of the way it expanded. So in this sense, let's go back here, see if this is a good example or not. So what happened here? So volatility, yes, this is a good example. This is a a good example. So back here, volatility was extremely low. And as we got expansion in volatility, right, the price came down. So that was the expansion. The contraction, as volatility began to contract and come back down, right? Noting here that this is where the contraction began when it gets a negative slope. So we can mark that off. This was the tick right there on the 2-day time frame. And again, TA is not an exact science, it's more of an art form, right? So it's something you learn over time. But as you can see, that was the beginning of this little low being put in, and we got to run the opposite direction of the last move. So there's kind of a big up and down. And that's what we are at Bitcoin Advisors, right? We're like a Bitcoin coach. Your coach who wants to be time to buy. More importantly, if it's time to sell and take a profit. Again, it's not financial advice. Everybody has a different strategy, an investment strategy that meets their needs. And so what does an investment strategy look like in cryptocurrency land? You have to have an entry point, an exit point, and risk management. And that is kind of what our specialty is. By the way, if you guys want to enter to win a Trump golden ticket to the Willy Wonka factory, no, I'm just kidding. Mar-a-Lago, right? Enter to win the Trump, no, I'm just kidding. These are pretty cool. We'll give them away. You can put them on your desk. You can pass them out. They're not Biden bucks, unfortunately. They are Trump bucks, and they will get you a ticket to nowhere. But they're pretty funny. And so if you want to win one of these, we have silver bucks. We've got gold bucks. All you got to do is like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then share our YouTube channel with 5 people via email. And send us a screenshot. You can send it to info@bitcoinadvisors.com. That is info@bitcoinadvisors.com. Somebody drop that in the chat for people if you want to win. Any other questions? Any other coins?
Yeah, we should go chainlink.
Chainlink, let's jump on. And I'm liking this price action, guys. We're heading back up. And guys, if we take out 23.4, very likely going to take a run at that box right there. Peace and prosperity and death and despair. Let's look at Mr. Link. Link on the board up 3%. And it looks like we have some previous drawing here. And here is what I had recently. Well, I'm just going to get rid of this. I don't remember what I said. But what I assume I said is this. Most of the altcoins, the stronger altcoins, have already come into the purple 200, right? So, for example, Aave took out the purple 200 exponential on the daily time frame. You can note that that's on the daily. Watch your hands over here. On the daily, and I'll give you another example. Let's see, AVAX. I don't think AVAX again probably has some room to go. Gala, one of the stronger ones. Look at Gala, ripped to the upside, hit that purple 200, and Litecoin absolutely crushed it. Litecoin really was a beast here, guys, and I think, again, Bitcoin's the king of the market. Whatever Bitcoin does, the altcoins are going to do more. The stronger ones are going to outperform Bitcoin. The weaker ones are going to underperform Bitcoin and Ethereum. And back on the Link. So the question, what is the question on Link? What do you want to see? Price target, short term probably takes a run up at 757 as long as Bitcoin heads up to that box. And if it really gets going, the next target, actually, I think really, Link could probably take a run up here at 832. Let's see if that lines up with anything on the weekly time frame. And on the weekly time frame, what do we see here? You're going to have multiple drives of hidden bullish divergence coming back from this pivot right here. So what is hidden bullish divergence? That is when the price is making lower lows, as you can identify here. Oops, that was the wrong indicator, sorry. Hidden bullish divergence. So price is making lower lows. I got 1, 2, 3. And I do something based off the 3-drive philosophy, which would have actually been confirmed on this closure for me on the weekly time frame. The 3 drive philosophy for me gives you a, it's going to give you really a shot to the top side of the range. So I'd say 831. Yes, that's in the cards. The second target's going to be the green 55 for me, which is the 55 exponential moving average at 974. And where does this all get invalidated and the pieces of our pie of the portfolio just falls apart? Well, I would say this. Any kind of a daily closure back below the 382 at 690. So as long, and if you want to be a little more aggressive, right, you use the 0.5 at 632. You know, probably going to roll back down one more time.
Someone wants to know if Bitcoin may come back down to 10 to 13K range.
Great question. I think there's a very good chance of that, based off of a couple of things. One is that the stock market, the blood in the streets is not over. If you think the bear market, this you know, correction is over, well, certainly I think you're mistaken. And when, you know, Bitcoin is highly correlated with the stock market and the S&P 500, specifically the NASDAQ and the S&P. They move almost in lockstep, except for Bitcoin, more to the upside and more to the downside. So we got this 6-month bearish engulfing candle. This only happened 2 other times in history. This is a very powerful signal here. And at a minimum, I'm expecting the S&P to come down to this green box at some point this year. So what does that mean? To put this in perspective, the S&P comes down from where we're at today. First target, that's down 19%. Second target is 23% down from where we're at today. If the S&P 500 drops another 23% from here, people in the stock market are going to wish they were wearing a diaper because their pants are going to be dirty. Sorry, that wasn't a funny joke. I'm trying to say it as politely as possible. Yeah, so S&P is going to come down, and that would be in line with one of our other targets for, and I'll bring some of our attention to actually the Bitcoin CMEs, which, be aware, there is a gap down here at 20,000 bucks, and that's probably going to get hit. Those gaps like to get filled. And more specifically, one of the gaps that we've been looking at on our channel for quite some time is this one right here. So there is a nice little gapola. Where is it? Right there. CME gap down here at 9,000 bucks. I imagine that is going to get filled at some point. And it's a little more, I think, easy to see on the 4-hour maybe, but it's too hard to go over right now. Check out the YouTube, some of our past streams. But to answer the question, I look at this, and that's right in line. Yeah, that's right in line with the 1618 fib, and you can see it on spot price action. So what happens when you break down this region? You break down, you come back, test the 100. That's all the way up at 30,000 bucks, and then you come back down and you hit that 1618. And that is probably the way of the most pain in the market. That's what the market wants to do. Inflict the most pain on the most individuals. They're not here to help you. They're not here to, the market makers are there to make money and take your money. So be prepared for, $10,000 Bitcoin this year. However, how would that get invalidated? Well, I'll show you. That idea will go out the window for me. Back above 45,500. Actually, let's pull it out on the monthly. So right now, the monthly downtrend is pretty nasty, and yeah, that's right there at 45,900. So if we can make a higher high, right? We got a lower low there. If we can make a higher high than this high, that will show trend reversal on the monthly time frame, a very powerful time frame, and that would indeed say something different is going on, and we can look at upside targets from there. So I guess to end that last point there, I'm going to look at spot price action and show you guys some of my thoughts here for the weekly time frame. and why I think $10,000 is and could be definitely possible this year, especially if the stock market comes back down. But that is the 1618 fib coming in at, you know, 10,500, right? And nobody's, you know, there's only one person who gets the ultimate bottom. There's only one guy who gets the ultimate bottom. I'm never going to be that guy, I'll tell you. But I will catch the momentum. I'll catch the direction early, right? If you caught the trend reversal early, there's plenty of time to sell all your Bitcoins at, you know, 51,000 or 45,000, and then pick up a bunch more Bitcoins at 10 or 15,000. Great question. So I answered actually, and I got a nice comment from Greg Voss. As you know, we have a similar opinion, and that is, in order for a decoupling to happen, and I'm assuming that's what you're referring to, is when all of a sudden when NASDAQ goes down, Bitcoin goes up, right? The market cap's going to have to increase dramatically from where it's at today. So let's take a look at total market cap really quick. Total market cap, total, symbol TOTAL, coming in at 989 billion with a B. So this is all of the money invested in crypto right now, right? Call it $1 trillion. So, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, I think US equities is like 30 trillion, gold is around 12 trillion. Bitcoin and crypto is just a drop in the specifically Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin dominance is coming in, and what Bitcoin dominance is all the money invested in Bitcoin versus altcoins, right? So Bitcoin dominance coming in at 44.5%. So what that means is essentially 44% of $1 trillion is invested in Bitcoin. Bitcoin has the dominance. And I do expect, this is bullish, for a shot to the top side of the range, Bitcoin dominance to continue going higher. Now, that doesn't mean all altcoins are going to get crushed. What that means is that their Satoshi pairing is going to get crushed. So your altcoins priced in Satoshis will lose value as Bitcoin's price goes higher. So not to say the strong altcoins aren't going to outperform Bitcoin. And look at DYDX. Oh, I'm looking at a breakout right here. I like this one as it is a decentralized exchange. That's a bullish engulfing candle. And if we close here anywhere or higher, I would expect another run at least at the purple 200.
Could you check out Quant? Someone asked.
Yes, sir. I will check out Quant. QNT, USDT, and we've been going over this one because we get a lot of requests on this one in particular. That means there's some love for Mr. Quant out in the universe. And to me, I mean, I'm just kind of looking at this as an inverted head and shoulders. I mean, it could be a double shoulder, or I don't know. I'm not super thrilled about those, but this is a 12-hour time length. Let's look at the weekly. So you can almost see it right here. And the measure move off of that. The problem is, oh, we never took out the right shoulder. So that's okay in my book. And as long as we don't now take out this low at 104, let's take a measure move on this. This is going to be big. Let's be conservative and put it there. And measure move on this quant takes you back to the all-time high at 429. That would be a nice little rip to the upside. Now, is this going to happen overnight? 174%? No. Is it going to happen today or tomorrow? I don't know when it's going to happen, but the technical target does look like it wants to shoot up there. Let's see if we can line it up with a fib. So that's pretty aggressive, right? Hitting the 3618. And that's, in fact, what some of the stronger altcoins are going to do when Bitcoin has a run. And if Bitcoin does have a rally up to, you know, 30,000 bucks, something like that could happen. And I'd say short term, if you want to be aggressive, looking for a target somewhere up at like 251. Let's check out the Stokes, and we got a buy signal, low volatility crossing up. Hey, thanks for pointing this one out to me. I might grab a little quant myself. Given, let's see, what's the daily looking at? That's bullish. Volatility is just beginning to increase. We're getting a nice buy signal there. I like quant. Quant, how much is quant's up 3% today? So thanks for pointing that one out. That was a little gem. I'll give you a like for that one. Anybody else? Before I end the live stream. All right. Have a great day, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and we will be back tomorrow, hopefully, pending some of this highly esteemed internet technology works.